Hi, this is Gemma from Create Studio. Welcome to our channel. Today we're going to be making easy salt dough. This is a great Play-Doh for kids and one that they can really help mix and do together pretty independently. I made a little sample to get started. This is just flour, salt, and water combined. And your combination is going to be 2 parts flour, 1 part salt, and 1 part water. I've got some Play-Doh on my hands already. So what you're going to need is your flour, you're going to need your salt, and then you're going to need your water. Lastly, you'll need a bowl to mix it in. I already did mine pre-mix, but we're going to do a little process again. So you're going to first take your dry ingredients, which are your flour and your salt, and you're going to mix them together. So you have your 2 parts flour. Since I have a big jar, I have a full jar for the flour, and that means when I'm doing the salt, I'll do a half of jar of salt, and then I'll also do a half a jar of water. So I put my ingredients in, and then I put my salt in, and then I will mix those together with my hands, all my dry ingredients. Don't even need a spoon, and this part's pretty fun, so the kids will like doing this. Then, when some flies out, then when you have it all mixed together, the 2 dry ingredients, you can add your water. Add slowly because that way you'll have more control over how liquidy your salt dough gets. This is also a time when you have your water, you can add a color to the water, food color, and that will allow it to be a nice, smooth color scheme when you mix that in with the water. And food coloring is great because it's really a strong color when you put it in the water. So you can really see what it's going to look like when it gets mixed together with the salt dough. Today we're keeping ours natural. And the great thing about that is the salt dough, when you create with it, once it's in the salt dough form, you can play with it like Play-Doh. You can also bake it in the oven. So if you make it into something like when my kids were young, we did handprints and then they painted them. That can be baked in the oven at a low temperature, 275, for about 2 hours to help dry out the salt dough. And you want to do that slowly and at a low temperature. If you dry it too quickly at a higher temperature, it may get cracks in it. But it's a lot of fun. If you add cinnamon, like a tablespoon of cinnamon to your salt dough mixture, then you would have gingerbread that you could do at the holidays and make that into something fun, ornaments and decorations for sharing with family and friends. So once we have all of our mixing done, I just mix it together by hand with all my flour and water. And then we have this awesome collection of salt dough. I made quite a big pile of it for myself to share with some kids in the neighborhood. And the fun thing about this is you can store it in the refrigerator for up to 2 weeks when you're done playing with it. So you can use it as Play-Doh and then put it in the fridge and then bring it back out a couple weeks later. You may want to add a little salt and a little flour when you bring it back out again, because the salt that's been in it in the time it's in the refrigerator has been pulling a lot of the water back out, so it gets kind of sticky. But I hope you enjoyed today, and I hope you try making your own salt dough at home. It's a great resource to have at home for creativity and hours of fun. Enjoy.